Well, I would say it's probably an 11 on a scale of 1 to 10.
Now, this is the best writing experience I've ever had at these kinds of things, and it's just been just incredible. So it's such an amazing experience. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity and experience, and I don't think that this is going to be available for the average Joe writer much longer. I think this is like getting in on AOL before the stock shoots way up.
As an experience, it's been amazing. The quietest, most peaceful place I've ever been to in my entire life. I spent my time writing till my eyeballs hurt, which has never happened before. And so on my breaks, I walked this amazing countryside, and at night we talked about writing. So if you think of something that's true immersion, this is it.
The beautiful surprise was how luxurious and comfortable and welcoming and creative the place was. So, having been here now, this is day 4 and about to depart, with 7,000 additional words of fresh completed manuscript, I'd say that my expectations were met, then exceeded on top of that.
You feel like you're in a writer's mecca. Just you have that atmosphere of there's books around and there's authors' pictures around, and you just feel like you've walked into where the house understands you because you're here to write. This is not a vacation. This is not Wally World or anything like that. This is a place to come to promote your craft and get your soul to write.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I think this place is a 10. Just because you want for nothing, and you get the attention you need and the space that you need all at the same time. So yeah, it's really, really good.
We found out about this place through Cindy's research and in her attempt to try to finish her novel. And when I heard about the place, I said I want to go too. So we came on Saturday, last Saturday, and we spent 4 or 5 days here. This has been the most amazing vacation I've ever had. It's not exactly how I had anticipated it. I brought my bicycle and some books to read, and I thought that I would do that and that alone. However, the people who were here, the writers, the people who are running the business, allowed me to get involved in some of the sessions where people were reading parts of their writings and we were commenting on them. And it was unbelievably intense, positive throughout, just an absolutely wonderful experience.
This far exceeded my expectations. If I had to give it a grade, this would be the A+. The environment is great. It is free of distractions. You're not going to run down the street and get involved in some cutesy thing going on. You're coming here to write. You're coming here to totally focus on that. The environment is great. It's very flexible. There's many places in the area that you can, begin at the house, end of the house, outside. There's nothing to get in your way. The only structure really is meal times, and then the conversations about writing happened all through. It wasn't just between 5 and 6 we're going to talk about writing. It was a constant refueling, and it was far beyond what I expected. And then again, the meals that Paul was creating were just, I just didn't think food could be that good. Just really healthy, absolutely delicious selections, and very much catered to what we felt like having. So there was a little bit of even with that, the customization went all the way down even to the types of foods we were eating.
You just need to do it. You need to come here and experience the energy that's here, because that's so important as a writer, and just break out, try something different.
Well, I know this is something I wanted to try for at least 15, 20 years, but being a working mother and so forth, just finding even an hour a day to write or even a half an hour is tough. And just coming here and knowing that that's what your focus is here is amazing. I mean, I had a great breakfast with fellow writers yesterday morning and spent the whole day writing, which is something I can't even remember if I've ever done that.
It feels like a home, away from home, where you're pampered and you're able to get writing done. And you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it a 44 because it was just a truly wonderful experience. And I'll be back. I want to make it a seasonal thing because I want to see this part of the world during every season because it's just so beautiful, and it's worth that. And it's worth investing that time into my writing and being productive.
I'd give it a 10 because I really had zero expectation when I came here. I thought it was like one of those timeshare things. You know, I'm going to sell you this, I'm going to sell you that. I wasn't, my son kept saying, you know, how do you know it's a real, how do you know it's not a scam, you know? But it's real, it's fun, it's a sense of family, and you get a lot done. And
what I expected to find was kind of a barn in a remote area of Vermont where I would be set off to myself to go write maybe in a dirty or kind of a dingy little place where I just have not too much interaction with other people. But instead what I found was a really intimate environment of like kind of like a bed and breakfast, but where the proprietors, John and Steve, were really interested in learning about my work and really helped me think about it in a new way. And the staff here is extremely professional and courteous, as good as they do a good job as in any hotel in the country. And the food is as good as any restaurant in New York City, so I really had a great time.
For me, the grounds, the home, it's A+ for all the wonderful touches. The bed is so comfortable. The environment is beautiful. It's just beautiful and inspiring, and so it's an absolute A+. And the experience itself, aside from it, the literary experience is also an A+. You really need to come here with an open mind and an open heart and take advantage of what this place and these folks here have to offer for you.
It's nice to be able to talk to other writers, to get some feedback from people who spend a lot of time writing and editing and critiquing and, you know, who know their stuff. So I liked that a lot. The setting is wonderful. It was nice to be able to get outside and take a long walk. It's nice to have a big fluffy bed with comfortable pillows, and it was warm, and the food was wonderful. Having 9 kids, I'm not used to being able to sit down to a meal. So to me that was a huge treat, and even just the fact that I didn't have any of the chores hanging over my head in the background, it really did kind of free my mind up to focus.
The food was exquisite, it was beautiful, it was elegant, it was accessible, and it was delicious. And my only complaint is it wasn't enough, you know, of the soup last night, where we could have just taken, you know, that and made a meal of it in one of those enormous, you know, gargantuan, you know, punch bowls.